Maraming salamat po, Your Honor. At kung mamarapatin po ay meron lang po akong mabilis na presentation na maaari pong mapasagot at kasalukuyan po yatang pinapaload sa ating secretariat yung slides.
Gaanong
Habalin,
kabilis po yan?
ah,
Ilang minuto o
subukan
slides?
ko, Your Honor, ng less than 10 minutes
Okay,
kung kaya
salamat.
po.
Please proceed.
At habang i-load po yung slide, diretso ko na pong sasagutin ang tanong, Your Honor. Sa ngayon po kasi, napakalaki po ng mandato, iba-iba po yung mga mandato. Pinaka naaalala ko po ang Republic Act 11148, ang ating kalusugan ng nanay, Magnanay Act, na importante po yun dahil yung first 1,000 days na sinasabi. Bilang doktor rin po, alam po namin na kung meron tayong gagawin para sa ating nutrisyon, dapat bago siya mag 1,000 days or roughly mga 2 years old. Masakit man sabihin pero kasi pag lumampas ng 2 years old at hindi nabigay yung tamang pagkain, tamang nutrients, ay maaaring huli na. Pero hindi naman ho natin sinasabi sa publiko, as I always mention, hindi naman ho na wala nang magagawa para sa mga lumampas ng 2 years old. Pero kung meron hong pagkakataon na ayusin ito, dito ho dapat mangyayari. Diyan po.
Dahil pag na-miss natin yung first 1,000 days, kahit yung mga susunod na intervention ay bawas na yung pagka-epektibo dahil na-miss yung window ng from womb to second birthday.
Yes, Your Honor. Kumbaga, para pong halaman ang isang tao na habang siya ay umuusbong, bata pa, first 1,000 days, pwede pang tumangkad, pwede pang gumalaw yung ating mga tangkay. Pero pag lumampas na po doon, para siyang puno na tumitigas na at hanggang doon na lamang. So yun po siguro yung mabilis ang paghahambing natin at titingnan ko lang po kung ready na yung slides. Pero ay adlib ko na lang rin po ulit habang hindi pa naka-ready. So yun nga pong importante dito, ang una pong National Nutrition Council, salamat kay Secretary Pujalte for entrusting the commission, which is an attached, the council, which is an attached agency, excited po kami, dumulas lang yung dila, which is an attached agency of the DOH to yours truly. Nakita ko ho yung dedikasyon ng mga tao, yun ho bang quiet work na sinasabi. May mga napirmahan na rin ho akong mga endorsements dahil ang executive director po ang pumipirma nung parang recognition of barangay nutrition scholars para maging civil service eligible sila. So pag binabasa ko yung mga papel, and then tinanong ko po ang aking mga kasamahan sa Secretariat ng National Nutrition Council, ilan ba ang Barangay Nutrition Council, Barangay Nutrition Scholars nationwide? Ang ballpark figure po ay 45,000 nationwide. So we actually have the human resources nandun po sa ating mga kanayunan. Meron po tayong mga regional nutrition program coordinators, ang sinasabi ko mga counterparts ng mga regional directors of health. Pero ito, mga nutrition. Pagdating mo sa LGU, medyo nagkakaroon ho tayo ng mga gaps kasi meron po mga LGU na progressive, nagkakaroon po tayo at babatiin ko ho ang isa sa mga favorite namin, ang Pasig, nakafollow po ang inyong lingkod dun sa kanilang page. Very active yung kanilang local nutrition committee. And it is our hope na sana maraming mga ganong LGU. So this is the opportunity to make it uniform po para ating mabigay yon. Kung mamarapatin po, Your Honor, sisimulan ko na po yung formal presentation.
Please
So
proceed.
salamat po. Magandang umaga po sa lahat uli. Ako po si Dr. Albert Domingo, Undersecretary of Health and Concurrent Executive Director 4 ng National Nutrition Council. Kinagagala ko po na i-present itong ating posisyon po ng NNC Secretariat tungkol sa creation of the National Nutrition Commission. Next slide please. Ang NNC po ay 52 years old na. 1974, siya itinatag through Presidential Decree number 491 by Ferdinand Marcos Sr., Ferdinand Edrelin Marcos Sr. At siya po yung highest policy making and coordinating body on nutrition. Kapag binasa po natin yung PD 491, yung mga whereas clauses, tatlong bagay po ang sumulo sa mata ng inyong lingkod po. Una, yung multiplicity, and I quote, multiplicity of government agencies engaged in various aspects of nutrition activities. Ikalawa, coordination has proven to be of great value in integrating the food and nutrition efforts of various agencies. At ikatlo, the nutrition program being concerned with human resource development is a vital and integral part of social reform and economic development. Makikita po natin sa ating slide ngayon, ang marami na po, hindi ko iisa-isahin. Pero throughout the years, ang mahalaga po dito, actually, hindi po PD 491 ang simula. 1947 pa lang, kung di ako nagkakamali, baka naunahan pa niya ang World Health Organization kasi 1948 yata sa WHO. Meron na tayong Philippine Institute of Nutrition. Hindi po yan personal identification number, PIN, Philippine Institute of Nutrition, na nag-evolve siya throughout the years. Your Honor, kaya ako lang ho binabanggit to dahil nung ako brief rin ng aming tauhan sa NNC, kitang-kita na wala hong pinipiling politika or politiko dahil iba-ibang mga presidente. Tinanong ko nga ho parang Philippine history. Sino bang presidente noong 1947? Medyo nagkamuta kami ng ulo. Lalo namin magsaysay yata or not sure, makapagal. But the point is, historically, it has always been a pressing concern of our country. Next slide, please. Kung po tayong susunod na slide na yan, yung mga legal mandates, yung kanina po, yung structure, nag-evolve siya throughout the decades. Also throughout the decades, from 1975 all the way to 2014, at iba-iba pong level, makikita natin yung mga iba-ibang sabihin na nating legislative concerns. I think meron pa hutong continuation. Next slide. Because again, ayan, yung RA 11148 is just one of many steps in the multiple mandates assigned to almost always the National Nutrition Commission, Council, or if not the Council Secretariat itself, pati po yung mga ating member agencies. Katabi ko ho ngayon ang ating Department of Education, I'm sure yung DSWD as a key player, and of course, my mother agency, the Department of Health, among many others. Even the Department of Budget and Management is a member, and DepDev, nakita ko rin po, is our members of the National Nutrition Council. Malaki po ang mandato. Next slide, please. At yung Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition na ating sinasabi, this has anchor inside PD 419. Ito yung sinasabing National Plan for Nutrition. Addressing malnutrition is important and the PPAN is aligned, yun, lumabas na, with the 8-point socio-economic agenda of the Marcos administration. But to highlight, hindi lang po to specific to an administration. Even yung ating Philippine Development Plan, yung ambisyon natin na 2040 and subsequent iterations of that, ko-connect po talaga siya sa ating nutritional plans. Dito sa ating PPAN 2023 to 2028, ito po yung ikalabing isang National Plan on Nutrition. So hindi ko na ho dedetalyehin pero nakikita natin dyan no, na talagang it is a paper attempt to coordinate, to systematize kung ano ba yung mga roles ng iba-iba nating mga ahensya. At siguro po, ito yung kailangan nating sagutin talaga na tanong. Bakit ngayon natin sinusuportahan? Categorically, sabihin na po namin, Your Honor, that the National Nutrition Council supports the formation or the transformation into a National Nutrition Commission. Bakit po? Ang SB 1576, it recognizes yung ating, sorry, sa ating secretariat. Wag niyo I'll tell you when to. Okay. So, it recognizes the problems we face on hunger and malnutrition na binanggit na nga po ng ating chair na multifactorial siya at kailangan talaga holistic and multisectoral ang usapin dito. Next slide. Since 1974, nakita na ho natin, palaki ng palaki yung mandate. Pero ganun pa rin po halos ang staff complement. Pag tinanong ko po ang ating central office, hindi lalampas ng 120 yata or thereabouts yung total plantilla positions ng isang National Nutrition Council na merong 10 member agencies at malaki po yung kanyang role pagdating sa pag-impluensya ng implementation at local government level. Next slide please. At wag na nating ilayo pa sa usapin ng datos. Ang ating, pakilabas po yung ating yan. And one more click. Yan. Yan po yung pinaka-importante, yung ating burden of malnutrition. Behind target po tayo. Meron po tayong updating survey na tinatawag. Medyo bahagyang na-alarma lang po kami. Hindi naman po dapat siya katakutan. Sabi nga po ng mga statistician na maaaring statistically insignificant. Pero sabi ko ho, bilang isang policy implementor, abay kung nakakita ho tayo ng parang indikasyon kahit ba hindi siya statistically significant, kailangan medyo tutukan na natin yung problema at wag na nating antayin maging statistically significant siya. Next slide. Yan po yung sinasabi natin. From 23.6 yung standing noong 2023, tumaas siya ng mga 2 percentage points to 25.3 yung nakalagay po na behind target dun sa 2025 na updating survey. Ito po yung gusto nating, isa sa mga gusto nating tutukan. Ayaw natin dumami ang ating mga kababayang bansot. At maliban dun sa pagbabansot, ang medyo nagkakaproblema sa kanilang education, again sa DepEd, because the brain forms a lot in the first 1,000 days. Sabi nga nila, the number of neurons, nakita ko si Dr. Mantaring from baka magkamali ako ng recall, kasi ang kanya pong ama, ang neonatologist professor namin, the number of neurons in the brain are actually fixed to a certain age. After a certain age, hindi na dumadagdag dahil yun na yun. So yan po yung isa sa mga ating tinitingnan, yung brain stunting, ayaw rin nating lumala. Yan, next slide please. Tapos yung wasting, labas na natin yung graph, yan. Yung wasting, ang stunting po kasi is yung height for age. Yung wasting naman, yung ating weight, yung timbang. So unang nakikita yung wasting, ito yung payatot. Kung yung stunting ay bansot, ang wasting ay yung payatot or yung payat. Kailangan natin ayusin din yan. Kasi yung physical strength ng ating mga kabataan, kailangan nating tutukan yan apart from their mental prowess. Next slide please. So, yun pong mga proposed powers and functions of the Commission sa nakita po namin sa Senate Bill 1576 ay nakikita po namin as responsive to the multisectoral nature of nutrition governance. Bakit po? Doon po sa ating SB 1576, yun pong governing board ngayon under PD 419, malinaw po sa amin na nandun pa rin siya, it's now called an advisory board. Pero ang mahalaga po dito, yung number 4 on the screen, yung promoting institutional memory and consistent strategic direction. Bilang isang commission, kung ito po imamarapati na maging commission, meron po tayong commissioner with cabinet rank and then deputy commissioners or assistant commissioners with undersecretary rank. Madali nilang mako-convene. Magpapakatotoo lang po ako bilang isang kawani rin ng gobyerno. By protocol ho kasi yan eh. Depende ho kung sino yung nagpapa-call ng meeting, notice of meeting. Kapag nakita naming, hindi naman siguro lahat ganito, pero by protocol, pag nakita ng isang undersecretary nang nag-request ng meeting sa kanya is lower rank, chances are magsasend yan ng equivalent rank dun sa nag-request. Not because ayaw niyang puntahan, but because it is implicit in the civil service, in the career executive service, na undersecretaries or cabinet secretaries have bigger problems, so to speak. So the creation of a commission with appropriate ranking of personnel will actually give importance to the problem of malnutrition, because if we are serious na kailangan natin talagang iwasan na magkaroon ng mas maraming bansot o diretsuhin ko na po kahit pangit sa tenga, bobo na Pilipino hindi dahil sa kasalanan nila, dahil nagkulang sila sa nutrisyong sapat na dapat para sa lahat, then we should have equivalent ranking officials who can actually work at that level. Actually, sabi ko nga po, parang happy accident, Your Honor, na bilang undersecretary, na designate po ako. Usually, the executive director 4 of the National Nutrition Council has the rank of assistant secretary. Nagkataon lang ho talaga, salamat kay Secretary Pujalte na biglang binadala dun sa NNC undersecretary. And I would like to say na ang dami hong mga meetings, ang dami mga nakakausap, ang dami kong agencies na nakakatrabaho ko as an undersecretary. So that is a demonstration of the potential. Next slide, please.
Yusek Domingo, sorry to interrupt. Maybe we can continue with the recommendations. I do have a couple more questions para po sa inyo.
Yes, ma'am.
As National Nutrition Council, and then some questions also for DBM at saka DILG. So just to move the hearing forward, may na-pick up na ako sa presentation nyo on the gaps and paano ma-address ito ng isang National Nutrition Commission. But before I continue with my other questions to you, gusto ko lamang pong kilalanin yung pagdating ni na Representative Caroline Aguiao mula sa Kalinga. Agyaman ma'am for being here for our hearing, and also the arrival of Representative Howard Ginto of Capiz, another Kasimanwa. So salamat Gid for being here. In the hearing on the hospital bills, I'll also be asking you, ma'am and sir, if you would like to make kahit a 2-minute opening statement about your respective bills. So salamat po. So back to you, Yusek Domingo. Pwede nyo sigurong i-weave in yung recommendations dito sa mga dalawa ko pang tanong. anong authority dapat meron ang National Nutrition Commission para mag-require? Siguro you can jump off from yung sa bureaucracy, yung ranking ng mga dapat mag-coordinate sa isa't isa so that the commission can require agency plans, budgets, data, performance reports, at saka corrective action. So anong authority dapat meron ang NNC na commission?
Salamat po, Your Honor. Form should follow function. At pag tinignan po natin yung PD 419 at ang bill po ng inyong representation, ma'am, yung SB 1576, ang malinaw po dito na talagang powers that require the rank of cabinet secretary as drafted in SB 1576. To quickly, literal po yung naka-highlight dun sa aking pagbasa. Yung word na supervise sa section 4 subsection 2, in the context of the admin code of administrative law, supervision has a very specific definition. So kung balak po sana ng komisyon na mag-supervise, an undersecretary or an assistant secretary definitely cannot supervise someone who is 2 salary grades higher than him or herself. And then number 2, recommend to Congress. If a commission or an entity is, and I see, I'm very happy po, Your Honor, na nagsabay-sabay po, nandito po ang ating mga members of the House of Representatives. Parang even at the secretariat level, at the COMSEC level, nagmamatter ho kasi kung sino yung nakapirma sa position paper. Alam ko po na ibang agenda, pero for example, pag health facilities pong usapan, mas maganda ho kung Secretary of Health yung nakapirma na ito yung position. So that's one. Number 2. Number 3, yung word po na investigations. Nag-pick up rin po sa mata ko. Although, Your Honor, ang personal and I guess I can say institutional position na rin namin to, medyo malakas po yung word na investigation. Sabi ko, magiging parang NBI na ba kami na may mga tsapa dito? So, but I would respectfully suggest maybe another word for consideration is inquiries. Conduct inquiries upon all matters. So, parang I would imagine po na merong commission na nagtatanong ano yung nutrition status at ano yung pwedeng gawin. So kailangan din yun na medyo may prominence and may rank yung nagko-conduct ng inquiry. And then yung number 4, call on any department, bureau, office, or agency to provide assistance. So bilisan ko nilang po, ito po, I would assume that the DBM would have a better articulated position, Your Honor. This is common both in PD 419 and also in SB 1576. Coordinate the release of funds, loans, and grants. Napakabigat po na responsibility niyan. Ako po, our position is hindi naman ho namin ina-abrogate yung kapangyarihan ng DBM na sila yung nagre-release. Sila ho talaga yon. Pero yung coordination ho ba na maganda, I'm pretty sure that the Secretary of Budget and Management would appreciate it if a recommendation on releases of budgets for nutrition would come from equal rank person or entity. So like a cabinet secretary rank commissioner. And then yung continuing program for information dissemination and awareness. Yan naman po, mas maganda ho kung yung commission actually has the voice. Sabi nga nila syempre po, ang ating chair, I'm sure is very familiar with media, yung talking head. Depende ho talaga kung sino nagsasalita, kung ang kanyang mga sasabihin ay maririnig/papakinggan. Yun po, to answer the question, ma'am.
Salamat, Yusek Domingo. Isang huling tanong para sa NNC sa ngayon. Ang commission ba dapat directly mag-i-implement ng mga nutrition programs o mas mag-focus sa policy, coordination nga, standard setting, monitoring at saka accountability?
Your Honor, salamat po sa tanong. Sa konteksto ng ating constitutional framework na meron tayong local government autonomy, mahihirapan ho tayo kung yung mismong commission yung directly mag-i-implement. And ako po, I have a personal stake in this kasi po, bagong assign nga po ako, council pa lang po. Biglang sinabi, ako na pala yung magiging head of procuring entity. Never ako nag-join ng mga BAC dahil alam kong medyo masalimuot po ang trabaho ng BAC. It's a needed work and but it's also dangerous if you don't know how to do it properly. Ngayon, head of procuring entity na po ako, sabi ko, teka muna. So that is my way of answering, Your Honor, na my personal take, and as the current executive director, I would rather that the commission provides a technical assistance. If ever there are budgets to go through the council or later on the commission, I would suggest that ito po ay pass-through. Hindi ho kami yung mag-i-implement. Sorry mga kasamahan sa NNC. They've been trying to convince me to sign off on procurements that will probably be big in amount. Sabi ko, ayoko po. Bata pa po ako. Ayokong masangkot sa maraming kontrobersiya at pinoprotektahan ko yung pangalan na binigay sa akin ng tatay at nanay ko. So gusto ko ho, ano na lang, technical assistance at if ever, magta-transfer po papunta sa mga local governments na under our constitutional framework, ayun naman talaga, sila naman talaga ay ang may mandato at pinakamalapit sa ating mga kababayan, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat, Yusek Domingo. And speaking of LGUs, it so happens yung susunod na tanong ko ay para sa DILG. Attorney Sala. Opo. Sir, and we have the benefit of the presence of our representatives and a governor. Ilan pong mga LGUs sa ngayon ay walang permanenteng local nutrition action officer, nutrition action officer? Walang permanenteng nutrition office, walang qualified technical personnel, at wala pang adequate na support staff.
Um, Good morning, mayad nga aga, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair,
Oh,
fellow
isa
public
pang kasiman.
servants, and everyone present in this public hearing. So we are getting the data from now, Madam Chair, but with the indulgence of the committee, the department would like to convey its initial comments na lang po muna and
Please proceed.
position on Senate Bill 1576 entitled the National Nutrition Commission Act. And at this, the Department of the Interior and Local Government supports the legislative intent behind this legislative measure seeking to strengthen the National Nutrition Council by converting the same to the National Nutrition Commission. Section 3.2, Article 15 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution provides that the state shall defend the right of children to assistance, including proper care and nutrition. The department interposes no objection on its membership to the advisory board provided in Section 7 of the subject Senate Bill. The DILG, as a supervisory NGA to local government units, its mission is to uphold excellence in local governance and enable resilient and inclusive communities. The DILG has been partnering with the National Nutrition Council, the local government units, in the delivery of nutrition services. Section 9 of the subject Senate Bill mandates LGUs to create the respective local nutrition offices. It provides that for effective implementation of nutrition programs at the subnational levels, every province and city, municipality shall have a nutrition office. The provincial nutrition office shall be headed by the provincial nutrition action officer, supported by the provincial nutrition coordinator and the other adequate staff complement. The city municipal nutrition office shall be headed by the city municipal nutrition action officer, supported by the other adequate staff complement. Plantilla positions for the staff composing said offices shall be determined by the commission in consultation with the Civil Service Commission and the Department of Budget and Management, and funded through the General Appropriations Act or the local government budget allocations. The department take cognizance of the varying financial capacities of our local government units. Thus, the department recommends revisiting the provision to take into consideration the financial capacities of local government units. The creation of offices and local government units carries with it the personal services for creation of plantilla possession and the administrative expenses for the operation of offices. The same is also subject to personal service limitations provided for in Section 325 of the Local Government Code of 1991. And the last paragraph of Section 9 provides that the plantilla possessions can be funded either by the General Appropriations Act or the LGUs. The department further recommends that, if applicable, the creation of offices be mandatory for higher income LGUs and discretionary on lower income LGUs, taking into consideration their financial capacities. Moreover, as local government units will be significantly affected by this legislative measure, it is respectfully suggested that the comments and official position of the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, the ULAP, leagues of municipalities, cities, and provinces, as well as Liga ng mga Barangays be solicited. In closing, the department, through the Secretary of the Interior and Local Government, serves as the vice chairperson of the governing board of the National Nutrition Council. Thus, it actively coordinates, collaborates, and cooperates with the National Nutrition Council, other national government agencies in the implementation of laws related to nutrition services, such as the Kalasugan at Nutrisyon ng Magnanay Act, the Early Childhood Care and Development System Act, among others. The department also issued numerous memorandum circulars on nutrition, such as DILG-MC number 2023-001, or the implementation of Halina't Magtanim ng Prutas at Gulay, Hapag sa Barangay Project. The DILG also issued Memorandum Circular number 2024-071, or the adoption and implementation of the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition, PPAN 2023 to 2028. That's all po, Madam Chair, and we will be giving the data once it is already available po. Thank you po.
Oh, thank you man, Attorney Sala. Aklanon kayo?
Ilonggo po, from Iloilo.
Okay. Salamat, Gid. Salamat sa inputs ng department. Interesting din yung recommendation na creation ng offices ay maging mandatory sa higher income LGUs at discretionary sa lower income LGUs. Yung irony lang ay baka yung lower income LGUs ang mas may incidents ng malnutrition, stunting, even wasting, at baka mas kailangan ng mga opisina ito. So, pwede naman natin pag-usapan sa hearing at sa TWG paano makikreate pa rin, maybe with support from national government. So, muli, no? Sa liwat damo nga salamat.